Hello everyone, we are ready for language today and we are going to continue in the white book that we had been working in most of the year. So I want you to have this book out today. We're going to do a page in this today because as we work through, we've done a lot of review and I'm glad we've had a chance to back up and go over a lot of those sentences and the questions to hopefully make those pretty solid in your mind. And now I want to make sure that we don't forget some of the other important grammatical rules that we're going to need as we continue. Okay? So I want you to look at your reference page. I have reference 44 on the screen. This is page 123 in your book. Okay, so page 123. And today we're going to be talking about personal pronoun and antecedents. Okay, and making sure that they agree. An antecedent is the word that a pronoun is talking about. That's it. Okay, so my name is Mrs. Barnett. My is talking about Mrs. Barnett. Okay? It's the antecedent is who we're talking about. So, here, let's look at a couple of examples on your reference page. My dad loves his new golf clubs. So we use the pronoun his. Who's the antecedent? Dad. Okay, antecedent. Got that word? Good. My dad smiles. Now the next sentence, he has just played golf. I'm using a pronoun, so I have to have an antecedent. Who is it? Dad. Okay? So, here's a couple of rules as we're looking at pronouns and antecedents. 1. Decide if the antecedent is singular or plural, and then choose the pronoun that agrees in number. Okay? If the antecedent is singular, the pronoun must be singular. Man would be a he, him, or his. If the antecedent is plural, then the pronoun must be plural. Okay? For men, they, them, or their. Decide if the antecedent is male or female, and then choose the pronoun that agrees in gender. If it's masculine, the pronoun must be a masculine gender, like he. If it's feminine, it has to be a feminine gender, like she. If it's neither, okay, like a book, it's going to be it. Plural pronouns they and them also show neuter gender, meaning it doesn't show either one. It doesn't. The kids sit here, they have a picnic, it's all the same. So that should all be pretty basic. You should know about pronouns and how they're used and how to find out who they're talking about. Okay? So let's look at page 45. Now this one, I have it on the screen, but I cannot show you the whole page at one time. I would love for you to have your book out so that you can look at this with me. This is reference 45, and it starts, now these are the indefinite pronouns. And I want you to dog ear this page or put a bookmark in it or something, because you are going to need to look at this page to help you remember. Some of these are tricky, okay? These kinds of pronouns are ones that are not talking about someone specific, okay? So, example, everyone. That's a pronoun, but it's an indefinite pronoun. But because it ends in one, it is singular. It's a singular pronoun. But we think, well, it ends in, it's everyone, it's plural. No, it's everyone. Okay? And it sounds right to your ear. The sentence would be, everyone in the line wants a hamburger. A singular verb has an S on it. Wants. If I were using the plural, like we want, I would say everyone want a hamburger. And that's not correct. Okay? So look at this. These indefinite pronouns will always be singular, those ending in one. Anyone, everyone, someone, no one, or the ones ending in body. Anybody, everybody, somebody, nobody, or the ones ending in thing. Anything, everything, something. And those that imply one or none. One, each, neither, nothing, or another. Those all are singular. So you would put a word like he in there to know which verb to use. Okay? It's not plural, it's singular. Anything ending in one, body, or thing. One, body, or thing is singular. Now look at the plural ones. The plural indefinite pronouns are several, okay, both, few, many, others, several. That makes sense, right? We're talking about more than one thing. So those are plural indefinite pronouns. Read them with me again. Both, few, many, others, several. Okay. Indefinite pronouns that can be either singular or plural. These can be the tricky ones. Okay. All, most, none, some, any, half. I love that they give us a list. Okay. So, what we do is we look at the prepositional phrase to determine what to do. So this one, some of the bread. Bread here is singular, so we say is. Some of the jewels are, because we look at jewels, are. Okay. Now, antecedents of indefinite pronouns. The antecedent for every pronoun should be clear, and the pronoun should agree with its antecedent in both gender and number. When gender is not specified, the general rule is to use the masculine form or rewrite the sentence. So everybody did his project, even though there's his and hers in there. Or you can say everybody did the project, and then that way you don't have to worry about it. Okay? Ways indefinite pronouns can be used. Indefinite pronouns can be used as subjects or objects, but an indefinite word is used as an adjective. If it is used as an adjective, then it's not an indefinite pronoun. Okay, so is it in front of a noun? Here, many know the password. That's a subject, so it is a pronoun. But if I said, the teacher helps many of the students, that's a pronoun too, because there's not a noun directly behind it. But look at this one. Many people, now it's in front of a noun. That makes it an adjective. Many people are on the road. But if I had taken people out and just said many are on the road, then many would be the subject and it would be a pronoun. Okay? Now, this is what it's going to look like on our page, and we're going to do some of this together. You're going to look at the sentence. You're going to pick which pronoun that we're going to use. We're going to figure out if it's singular or plural, what the antecedent is, and if the antecedent matches. Is it singular or plural? Okay, because they have to match. Okay, let's look at the page in your book. We're going to do at the top, it should say Unit 3, Group 1 Test. And this is page 28 in your book. Page 28 in your book. I want you to do the sentences. Now, all of these have an indirect object, what we have been practicing lately. And some of you need to look back on some of this again if you're not sure about your indirect object. In the comments, I'm seeing some sentences that do not have indirect objects. Okay, you cannot say to the girl. That's not an indirect object. Okay, the boy gave me his lizard. The boy is the subject. Verb is the verb. What did he give? Lizard. That would be your D-O. Gave it to whom? Me. That's your I-O. Okay? Now, let's look at the sentence work at the bottom. For parts 1 and 2, choose an answer from the choices in parentheses. Then fill in the rest of the columns according to their titles. S and P is singular and plural. N and pro is noun or pronoun. Okay, so Jane and Dave called their dog, right? Because it's Jane and Dave. So my pronoun choice, you're going to write here, is their. There is plural, and the antecedent is Jane and Dave. Let me see if I can make this smaller. Okay. Okay. Jane and Dave is plural. Okay, so we did right by choosing the plural pronoun. Now let's go back here. She dropped her purse and keys. So our pronoun choice is her. Her is singular. What's the antecedent to her? She. And she is singular. See, her goes back to she. We don't have a name. We just have she. Okay. Anyone may enter. Now look here. This says anyone. So remember, my ones are going to be singular. Anyone may enter his poem in the contest. So my pronoun choice is his. His is singular. And the antecedent is anyone. And anyone is singular. Okay, everybody wanted. Now remember, body is singular too. Anything that ends in body. Everybody wanted his own crayons. So what's my pronoun choice? His. His is singular. And his is talking about everybody. And everybody is singular. Okay. The Claytons bought their son a new bike because we're talking about more than one person. So we're going to choose their. There is plural, and the antecedent is the Claytons, and the Claytons is plural. Now, let's look at subject-verb agreement here. Either of those books is or are good. Either is one of those that can be singular or plural. Okay, so we have to look at the prepositional phrase. Right? Is either, note. Sorry. Let's check. Yes, either can be either singular or plural. So either of those books are, because books are good. So the subject is either. That's the subject here. It is a pronoun. It is neither. So we're going to put an E there for either. It's not subject. It's not singular or plural. And then my verb choice is going to be are. 2 chests of coins were in the old ship. So what's my subject? Chests. Chests is a noun. It is plural, so we are going to choose were. The yellow rose is the most beautiful. The subject is rose. It is a noun. It is singular, so we are going to choose is. Okay. Everything goes in the blue box. The subject is everything. It is a pronoun. It is singular because it ends in thing, so we are going to choose goes. All of the players need a break to rest. The subject is all. See how of the players is a prepositional phrase, so players cannot be the subject. Okay, same thing with of coins or of those books. Those can't be subjects. We have to look here at the beginning. All need. All is a pronoun. It is plural, so we are going to use the word need. Okay, now let's look back at our list on page 124 to decide what these are for exercise 3. Somebody. Remember, somebody is singular because it ends in body. None. Look at your list. None can be either. Each. Where's each? Each is going to be singular. And many, find it. Do you see it on your list? It's plural. And every one ends in one, so it is going to be singular. Okay, 4 sentences. Sentences 1, 2, and 3, fill in the circle or circles that show these sentences combined correctly. Gina baked a cake. Her sons helped her bake a cake. Okay. 4 sentences 4 through 6, replace each underlined pronoun by writing the correct form in the first blank and S or O for whether it's subjective or objective. And we can have our subjective and objective pronouns in our jingles on page 97. Objects on 98. Subject pronouns are on 97. Okay, so Gina and her sons baked a cake. Yes, that's correct. So we can fill in that bubble. Okay. Gina baked a cake, comma, and her sons helped her. Yes, because they put the comma and. Okay. Gina baked a cake and her sons helped with no comma. That's not correct. If we have and then we've got another subject and another verb, it has to have a comma and. We talked about that right before we left school. Okay. Mom gave a gift to Patty and I. I should not be I. I should be Patty and me because it is in the object. It is an objective pronoun. Dana and me typed quickly. It should not be me. It should be I because I am in the subject. Listen for we girls to call you. It should be us girls because it is after a preposition, which means that it is the object of the preposition, which means it is an object. So, there are 3 ways to connect compound sentences. Write a sentence demonstrating each one. Okay, watch me. So, 3 ways to combine sentences. We can have a compound noun. You can have a compound verb. Okay. Or you can have a compound sentence. Okay. So let me make this a little bit bigger and give you some examples. Tom and Bill went to the store. Okay, I combined the subjects. Okay. Now, hold on just a minute. I want to make sure I'm doing this correctly. So this is our, okay. Actually, this is not right. We want to combine the sentences. This says 3 ways to connect compound sentences. So, if I want to connect, I'm doing this incorrectly. Got a little rusty, didn't we? Okay. So what we want to do here is we can have compound, comma, but, okay, but or and. We can have a compound semicolon, however, or we can have a compound semicolon. Actually, you need a comma after however. Okay, so example. This is the one in the book. I wanted chocolate pie comma, but I did not get it. Okay, that's the first way, comma, but. Here's the other way. I wanted chocolate pie, semicolon, however, comma, I did not get it. Here's the third way. I wanted chocolate pie, semicolon, I did not get it. Okay, 3 different ways. So you can have a sentence that is almost exactly the same, but I want you to practice combining them in different ways. So the first way is you have to have a subject and verb in both parts. So I wanted chocolate pie, comma, but I did not get it. I wanted chocolate pie, semicolon, however, comma, I did not get it. I wanted chocolate pie, semicolon, I did not get it. So I want you to practice combining this exactly the way I have it on the screen. And to make it simple, the only thing I want you to change is this part. Chocolate pie. You tell me what you wanted. I wanted, comma, but I didn't get it. I wanted blank, semicolon, however, comma, I did not get it. I wanted blank, semicolon, I did not get it. Okay? So, in your comments, 3 sentences today, okay, just like I have on the screen, but you are replacing this word. And you are going to tell me what it was that you wanted but did not get, and you're going to write it in these 3 ways. Find your semicolon on the computer. Okay? Find your comma. Make sure you write them correctly. We want to practice this correctly. And then I want you to go back and label those sentences at the top of your page today, and we will review them tomorrow. Okay?